All right. Welcome back. Bitcoin is under the microscope. You remember we were starting to follow the Bitcoin from a very short-term perspective, right? We began to day trade the Bitcoin almost because it's trading very tightly in a very tight range, and we were actually able to nail this upside move, although it was a very small move. There was a nice move here, right? We took this the Bitcoin from roughly 60 to 50. Let me show you again what was this particular movement. So I'm talking about this setup, right, that represent this very tight range, and we noticed the price was beautifully touching base here on the bottom key level 60.10, and then began to move up. It made a swift move, right? But basically spiking the highest section here, but going all the way back and closing right here. Take a look at that. So that was our cue to establish a short-term position, small one, taken basically trying to aim for the upper section, for the highest section again. So that took about 2 days, and we landed exactly right there. We were basically sold out all of our holdings on the Bitcoin at that point. 65.10 was our official price target, right? Now you can see that price is basically trapped between the inner levels, right? The mid-low 6246, right? And the mid-high 65.10. Closing in on price, kind of, and I suspect that price will continue to drift a little bit further within these limits, and eventually we're gonna have a breakout. Not sure where it's gonna be, but I think it's more likely to be on the downside, unfortunately. So I'm very much prepared to see to have a breakdown here, and if we're gonna have that. Right, the 60.10 is going to be the point of reference here, and if we're going to have that, I suspect price will make the last stretch to reach a very important Fibonacci level, which is the 76.4, the last line of resort. It happens to be at 47.50, so this may actually be the last move on the downside before the next bullish market begins, basically. But I'm very much prepared to be, to be wrong about this, and so I'm going to use the top key level, in this case 67.45, as a trigger for on the upside, right? So if price basically continue to push forward and will show, resilience with breaking this level, it's going to be confirmed by a daily close and further. And later on by a weekly close, that will probably be a good reason for me to reestablish my holdings on the Bitcoin again, and possibly expect the next upside trend. So we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm going to sit on the sideline and watch very closely at that setup right here with these 4 limits, very tight move that's about to explode. It's like a pressure cooker right here, and I think it's going to explode in one way, that's for sure. The question is which, so we're going to have to be on top of this one, and that's what we'll do. All right, that's about that for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.